welcome to this week's edition of Nordic Market News. It is Friday the 8th of June and we are recording this at the studio of Direkt on behalf of Infront Finance. Let's take a look at the indices for the week and for the year. The Nordic indices have varied this week between -2.1% to +1.8%. The year-to-date numbers are between Copenhagen at -6.5% through to Oslo now leading the way at +10.1%. Even though the markets in Sweden and Denmark enjoyed a day of rest during their respective national holidays this week, turmoil on the markets was not in scarcity as large movements in the crude oil and geopolitical tensions controlled the mood. We started off the week on a positive note as there was a positive turn with regards to the political tensions in both Spain and Italy over the weekend. Remarkably, the OBX advanced even though crude oil prices declined more than 1%. Currently, 11 of the 25 most traded companies on the Oslo Exchange is oil and gas related, and therefore the OBX is notoriously sensitive to the price of crude oil. On Tuesday, it was finally time for the Danes to celebrate their National Day, and the Copenhagen Stock Exchange was closed. In Stockholm, the OMXS30 fell with banks leading the decline. Swedbank, Handelsbanken and Nordea all traded around 1% lower. In Helsinki, the OMXH25 traded somewhat lower, yet Nokian Tyres were one of the winners. The Finnish tyre company announced changes in top management, who have been struggling to deliver. The stock traded almost 5% higher for the week. On Wednesday, it was the Swedes' turn to celebrate their National Day, allowing the stock market to take a day of rest. As trading resumed on Thursday, steel producer SSAB took the lead position after a buy recommendation from Kepler Cheuvreux. Analysts motivated the recommendation by praising unhindered production rate during the second quarter. SSAB struggled with multiple production stops during their first quarter. On Thursday, it was finally time for the Brent crude oil price to revisit levels above $76 after Monday's decline. Naturally, the OBX reacted positively, and Equinor, which constitutes more than 20% of the weight on the index, gained 1.5%. With hours left of trading on Friday, Nordic indices seem to end the week lower. Investors are having a risk-averse sentiment awaiting the G7 meeting in Canada this weekend after Donald Trump raised his tone concerning EU's trade barriers and tariffs. So that's it once again for today. Have a great weekend and see you again next week.